So I'm having an issue with this 7.3 Powerstroke. As you can see right now, it runs and drives just fine, no issue. It's got plenty of power, but every so often the check engine light comes on out of nowhere and the truck's got no power, completely loses power. Doesn't go over maybe like a pound of boost, and it won't let me go faster than about 35 miles an hour. And when I come to a stop, the truck stalls out. Ignore my squeaking brakes. Those are also shot too. I mean, it's Ford, what do you expect? So we'll see if we can get it to do it here. See if we can get the check engine light to come on. I just parked it in my driveway. It runs great right now, but I parked it in my driveway. I let it sit for a minute, started it back up, and it was had a really rough idle and it didn't really want to stay running. But yeah, right now it runs fine. Doesn't even sound like it's missing at all. I think it's a camshaft position sensor. There's the check engine light, and as soon as I slow down here, it's going to stall out on me. So pull over right here. There we go, engine stalled out. But if we shut the key off, turn it back on, it starts right back up. Alright, we're going to make a real quick update here. This is a different truck, I know, another 7.3, and this is a cam position sensor. This is what goes bad in these trucks. I'm going to show you how you know if it's bad or not. First off, right off the bat, when you get in your truck and you're having the issue that I was having in this video, you're going to go ahead and crank the truck over, and when you crank it over, you're always going to notice that this RPM gauge is going to go up while you're cranking, even if it doesn't start. You're going to see it go up just a little bit. It's picking up the reading from this sensor here, the cam position sensor, and it's showing it right there. If you turn the key and the truck cranks and that does not move, the RPM gauge does not move, 9 times out of 10 this is going to be your problem right here. Now if it does move, you have some other issues, but I'm going to show you where this sensor is located. Hopefully, if I can see it. It's kind of getting dark out. And I'm not going to show you how to replace it, but I'm going to show you how easy it is to get to it. And it is actually only one bolt. It's hard to see in the packaging. It's one bolt, one 10mm bolt, and it holds it in. It kind of goes like it fits up into the block, just the way you see it now. Let's see here. This, I'm trying to show you the best way I can here. Okay, so it sits flush right here. You push this sensor in, and this piece right here goes into the block, and it's going to sit flush right there on that little ridge. And then you have one 10mm bolt that holds it in, and then obviously you have your electrical connector. So let me show you up under the truck where this is located and how easy it is to swap out. Alright. The ground is soaking wet, so this is going to be awesome. So here we are, right underneath the front fender. Man, of course, port's pretty clean on this thing. Alright, got a little oil leak. That's new. I'm going to have to check that out. I don't know where that's... Oh, you know what? That's power steering fluid, I believe. Anyway, back to the topic here. So, you see the crank right here. Pretty rusty crank dampener. Right up here towards the passenger side of the truck, you are going to see the electrical connector, which is right there. The camera would focus. This electrical connector, and the cam sensor is right here. So it's kind of hard to get to, but it's not too bad. I've replaced one already on that green truck. Sometimes you got to move some stuff out of the way to get to it. I'm trying to get the camera to focus so I can show you where that nut is. Okay. Come on. Right here where my finger is. Right there. You see this little piece, this metal piece right here? On the other side of this, right up in here, is that 10 millimeter. And what you can do is you can actually get a ratchet kind of right in between the belts here and an extension to hit that 10 millimeter bolt. Once you break that loose, disconnect this wiring harness right here, and you can pull the sensor right out of the front of the block. Now, you guys will see what I'm talking about once you get up under here, but I'm going to try and give you a better view as best as I possibly can. This is obviously not going to work in my favor here, but okay, so here it is. You can see the wiring harness, you can see the sensor, and then the bolt below that wiring harness right there is the one you take out, and that whole thing slides right out of there. It's as easy as that. It's a pretty simple job. And just to add to this video, guys, the issue I was having with that truck was actually the connections for the camshaft position sensor. It wasn't the actual sensor itself. I'd replace it anyway. That's what I wound up doing. But the connections inside the electrical connector were completely rusted out, and they were really corroded. So what was happening was sometimes it was getting contact and the truck was running good and fine, and then other times it wouldn't. So definitely check those connections as well. And they do sell a pigtail connector for that sensor if it does if it is corroded. So the connector on the truck side, not the sensor side, but the truck side, if it's corroded, you can buy that connector and splice the new one in and replace it. If you guys like these videos and you want to support more of them and see some more Cummins and Ford OBS content, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Really appreciate it, and hopefully we'll have more coming soon.